And welcome back to Cowork Radio, the show about the modern entrepreneur, coworkers, accelerators, incubators, more. The show is for you out there.
We're here today with Nik Koyama, who is the founder of the Visual Era, and also an online training program called Go Visual. How you doing there, Nik?
I have never been better, Jane. How are you?
I want to do a little bragging for Nik because he won't tell you. He's been shooting video almost professionally since he was 15, and in the last year he's gone from about 1 to 6 or 7 employees. What is the secret sauce?
Learning how to help people. Just kind of mastering the craft of making an impact on people's businesses.
So how did you fall in love with the visual arts?
I had one dream as a kid, and it was to be a professional skateboarder. And any professional skateboarder needs to create these kind of videos of them skateboarding. And the hope is that when you send those videos to companies, they'll sponsor you and they'll give you free skateboards and things like that.
And so you started making your own, I take it?
Yeah, I got my first camera when I was 7 years old.
Oh, and do you remember that first video?
Maybe not the first video, because it was really hard to put a video together back then. I didn't have a computer or anything like that, so I had to edit on the camera, where you rewind over the tapes.
Sure. No, I remember it. That when you came in, of course, you have a professional camera here too, but you also had your iPhone, and we were sort of joking about it, but then I've seen so many people making movies on iPhones. The technology is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, and especially, it's not just, it doesn't just match well to the video camera, it's actually better in a lot of ways. It's mobile, right? So you could take it anywhere. Now we could film things we could never film before. We can capture moments that were never able to be captured. And you can edit on the phone, and you can distribute on the phone. So it's really becoming one of these devices that should be a staple for every business.
Now, Nik, you have an online training program that's really focused on businesses using the iPhone to build their companies. How does that work?
It's good. It's a 6-week training program called Go Visual, and it's basically a program for entrepreneurial leaders and businesses to learn video strategy, learn how to make videos, learn how to implement them.
And so did you find that there was a hole in yes, you're saying yes, you laughed before it even came out, but that was a need that you saw?
Major hole.
Yeah.
The video industry right now as it sits is nowhere geared for businesses. When you train to be a professional videographer, you don't learn business principles, sales principles, marketing principles. You don't learn how to work independently. You don't know how to be cheap, right? So all the things we need as businesses, the video industry isn't designed to do, right? And I say all that while also saying video is the most powerful way to disseminate information. So we have like this power totally inaccessible by business owners, and that's what my program is trying to do, is bridge that gap between the need and the people who need it.
And so who do you find is taking your program? Are they the business leaders, or are they sending a representative from their business to go through your program?
It's funny, shooting videos for your business is kind of like like shooting photographs of your baby, right? Like for business owners, it's good to have like some of these professional ones that are, you come in and do a professional video, but really like the intimate moments are meant to be captured by the parents, right? So you could send a representative to make your videos, but you need that trust because it's the intimate moments that need to be captured. And that's why people should take it into their own hands. I really recommend the entrepreneurial leader take it. And if you are going to have a business, someone in your business doing it, you got to trust them like you would trust your baby.
Now, I'm curious because you really have gone from being on your own for many years to now having a whole bunch of employees. How did you make that transition? It's very difficult for a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah, well, last year, I actually came into ownership of a coffee shop, and I did so by making a cell phone video that saved their business. And it was my dream last year to kind of put this in the hands of other people. So after I sold that coffee shop, I came to Santa Barbara with the mission of kind of training people and giving this strategy to people. And, I kind of realized that I needed a team and I needed people around me. I couldn't just do it myself, although I knew how. There's just certain things, any business owner, any CEO will tell you this, but it's kind of like there's certain things you're just not good at or that you hate doing that other people would love to do. So once I realized that, I realized the team was the way to go.
And tell me about the video, the cell phone video of the coffee shop. What was it about it that helped so much? Yeah,
well, this is super serendipitous because last year I was traveling the country going to coffee shops, shooting a documentary about coffee shops. I believe they're one of the, I used to believe, they were one of the most opportunity-rich places in any society, right? And so I wanted to kind of uncover that. And when I heard that my local one was closing, I flew from Florida back to California to just launch a video explaining that I believe coffee shops are important, and that our city, if we lose this coffee shop, what does that mean for us? And I kind of rallied people to come together between a 72-hour period, and we doubled revenue in 24 hours.
That is incredible. Do you find people that that think to themselves, really, I mean, that's all I need is an iPhone? And can you yourself tell the difference if something has been edited, shot on an iPhone versus, another video camera?
Hardly.
Really?
You can hardly tell. I mean, we're in a well-lit room right now, but usually, unless you're in a really bad lit room, you can hardly tell. But the point that I try to get across in my program is that, we're here to serve people as business owners and to grow our business, right? And we have this romanticizing with what video is used for now. It's usually used for marketing and for luxury companies, but really video plays a role in many more places in a business. I call it the business nervous system. So the nervous system of a business is comprised of time, money, and relationships, and we need to be growing all of them. And so there's a lot of videos that every business owner needs to make right now that isn't marketing material. It's not a commercial. We need to train people. We need to automate systems. We need to build deeper relationships. And this isn't just commercials, which is how it's thought of now.
Do you have any statistics on how visual and video can help a company grow versus the still shots?
Sure. I mean, from a sales standpoint, video increases conversions on sales pages by 184%. And so if I taught you guys how to grow your business by 20%, I bet we'd all be interested, right? 184%. And you got to ask yourself, well, why is that? And I think it's because when people can visualize something, they're much more positioned to make a decision. They're much more positioned to be emotionally engaged. And so much of us in business, we just tell people what we do. We say it, and we don't really show it. And video creates that unique opportunity to show, which is the number one way to create belief.
And give an example of one that you recently shot or you trained somebody to recently shoot that you thought was especially effective.
The Impact Hub, Santa Barbara. Go to the Impact Hub, 10% off. We're running ads right now for the Impact Hub. And just to prove the thesis, I ran a video ad against a graphic ad. And we ran it out, same copy, same written, same targeting, everything the same on Facebook, just the creative changed. And the video ad outperformed the graphic ad by 5 times. So, and we shot that on professional camera. So what I'm actually going to do once I leave here is go back to the Impact Hub, shoot one on my phone, and try to compete with the professional camera.
That is absolutely fascinating. So the conduit after it's done is social media mostly, or where are you advertising? Where are you running these?
These videos? Yeah, the one for the Impact Hub is a Facebook ad.
So really very low cost, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's integrated. Yeah, you got
Now,
everything.
what about the click-through rates? Because I know people are now starting to embed video in their emails.
Yeah, I think you were the one who actually educated me about this, but I think when you have video in the subject line, it's 5 times more likely to get clicked than one without it. That may not be perfect. If not, that's the minimum. But it's crazy how many people look forward to watching something and seeing something rather than just hearing about it.
And how hard is it to learn? I mean, if I take your online program, am I going to be pulling my hair out all week?
Absolutely not. Yeah, no. The online program is built to simplify it. Again, this isn't always about creating the most cinematic, well-edited video. It's about designing purposes for a video and fulfilling the purpose, and I think anybody can do that.
When you talk about a 6-week online program, because I haven't actually gone to it, but now I'm fascinated enough that I probably will.
Awesome.
I'll be doing this too. But can people go at their own pace, or are you actually doing this live for 6 weeks?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, they can go at their own pace, but they're supposed to. I have a learn this section and a do this section. So in a week, you're supposed to learn something and do something. And so there's kind of a speed that you need to work at.
And where can people go to find out more about it?
You can go to govisualnow.com. We're opening up enrollment November 1st for the next round. It will be automated to where you could buy it anytime, but in the beginning of any program, just for you people who are thinking about maybe doing some video education yourself, you should really spend some time bringing in classes, communicating, figuring out what could be better. And our second iteration is happening in November, and we're really excited.
Oh, I could sit and talk with you a lot longer, but we're going to have to wrap this portion up, and then we're looking forward to seeing the video later, right? Because here you are, well, with the iPhone over there. We are talking with Nik Koyama with Go Visual, and you can find out more on his website at
thevisualera.com, and the program will be at govisualnow.com.
And
Right.
We don't even have to wish you luck because we know how successful you're going to be and already are. So,
As will everyone be with video.
Yes, and please stay with us because after the break, Michael Smith is here. He is an eco warrior, serial entrepreneur.